Hi and welcome to episode 43. In a matter of 10 days, we are crossing Rwanda and Tanzania, covering more than 2,500 kilometers. Why so fast? We are burnt out and we need to escape. After several weeks in Uganda, we decided to move on towards Rwanda. The reality was that even though we had incredible experiences in Uganda, we were burnt out. There was not one specific event that provoked this feeling, but a combination of several reasons, and affected us in a way that what we really seek was to hit the road and cover some distance looking for some change.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Rwanda. The border crossing was easy and took us less than 1 hour to cross it. Only one small incident. We didn't realize that in Rwanda they drive on the right side of the road and we skipped part of the line. Oops, sorry. Main difference so far? The number of people. In Uganda there were already a lot of people in the street. Now it's just another level.
And we are driving on the right side of the road.
Of course, and we are driving on the right side of the road. Also a lot of people on bikes, a lot more than in Uganda. In Uganda is boda boda, so the motorbikes everywhere, and here's bikes. And most of the bikes have like a seat, you can see it here, like a seat in the back, so they actually transport people. So the same way like the boda boda does in Uganda. Another thing that I noticed already is that it's really clean, and you see also people just removing leaves, removing everything from the side of the road. It's really, really clean. The roads are really, really good, and there are no bumps, which is really, really appreciated after so many bumps in Uganda. Actually, really bad ones in Uganda. But there are rudders here. So we need to be careful with that. And here looks like a school. In Uganda they don't start until February, but here it looks like they already started. One of the reasons for our burnout was that we were struggling to find wild camp spots. We love to find places in nature where we can unwind and relax. But this was a challenge in Uganda. We desperately wanted to change this. The idea was to get down to Lake Kivu, taking the Congo Nile Trail, famous for trekking and cycling, and try to camp at the shore. But even though we tried really hard, we failed miserably again.
find another way out. We will not make this way up. It's impossible. We are 3 tons. So I have, as soon as I touch the brake, I don't have control of the car.
Imagine giving them all of them. Yeah.
Good, are you?
So our idea was to go to a point in Overland there.
Your idea.
My idea. Because I thought, oh wait, there's a point in Overland in a lake. In the lake, in Kivu Lake. Yeah, that turned out to be pretty difficult, dangerous. I don't know what's the normal way to get there. In the end, we just abandoned it. I mean, we got really down and they told us the bridge that goes there, it's actually broken. You need to go around it, up again and then down another path. So we said like, yeah, we are not doing that. But yeah, maybe there's no wild camp in Rwanda. Maybe we need to do camping.
The main problem was that it rained before pretty heavy and that the whole path was super muddy.
Slippery, yeah, some things we didn't record.
Quite steep.
Yeah, and quite steep. Some things we didn't record because we were too concentrated in not having an accident, so. Like the other road to go down is there, but we are not going to. And once we are up, we can stop in the same place and we. We ended up staying at a campsite with great views of Lake Kivu. We could see the mountains around us and the reality that there is not much wilderness left around here. This is another reason for us feeling off. We are shocked to learn how few wild spaces are left in this part of Africa and how land is rarely public. Private housing and agriculture took over. We really thought there was still some hope, and the excessive use of land, as for example in Europe, would not be taking place around here. It stopped raining, so I can come out and at least enjoy the view outside of the car. Yeah, so we were lucky until now and we didn't have to experience rain in any of the camps or countries. But now we are getting close to Rwanda and Tanzania, which is the rainy season here. So most probably we will have rain every day or most of the days, which is challenging to think about. Now it's getting really chilly. Guy went showering and I'm considering putting the heater. That's how chilly it is at the moment.
The super strong car.
It is, yeah. Found the first bad road in Rwanda. And it's actually going to the capital. But yeah, there's a big difference between the other roads, that they are really well maintained, and this one with potholes everywhere. Our plan for today is to go to the capital to do some oil change and maybe rotate the tires. Maybe we only do the oil change and we rotate the tires ourselves. We will see what they have.
What's the name of the capital?
Kigali. Kigali in Rwanda. Kigali. Yeah, Kigali. In the end, we are not going to do any oil change. Kai was just randomly checking the book, Land Rover book, and it actually says every 20,000 kilometers an engine oil change. So we are good in that sense. The oil manufacturer says 15, so also okay. So we will do it a little bit later.
I mean, you can write what you would do.
Yeah, that would be interesting to know. When are you changing the engine oil? Like how often? Like until now we have been doing every 10,000, but yeah, maybe we're doing it too often. Anyway, we will do some groceries and then after that we will try to move on south towards Tanzania. We went into a restaurant today, which felt really great. It's been a long time since we were in one. And we used that time as well to upload the video. We were not able to upload anything the last days because the SIM card that we had was only getting 3G, which was too slow to upload anything. But above all the reasons, the one that exhausted us the most was, sadly, the people. One of the best things about traveling is getting to know people from other cultures. This has been practically impossible. The color of our skin and the fact we drive this car makes us rich in the eyes of many. This is a clear barrier that only a few times we were able to break and get to meet people genuinely. Started raining and there's a chance it would not stop until we come into Malawi. Hopefully not.
Even though the Defender comes from the UK where it rains a lot, it's not really waterproof. We have several leaks, like one of each door.
Yeah, on the sides.
One that drips on the accelerator pedal, then one coming from the roof window.
Yeah, I put it as a bag so at least the bed doesn't get wet and it drips now here. But I have like a cloth. Then we have another one from the PopTop.
Yeah, we're trying to figure that out.
Yeah, still we're not sure what's the main reason, and of course like what Kai already mentioned, that at the door it's leaking constantly. So yeah.
And I already tried my best to waterproof the car as good as I could, but with some leaks I just cannot find the source.
We headed towards the border with Tanzania. The rain created a chaos at the border, but we were over in less than 2 hours. Welcome to Tanzania. hours every day. You might ask, what do we do all this time? So either we listen to music in the radio, we connect the phone and have some music, or we hear some podcasts, or each hears music or podcast, because we are not always interested in the same things. So at the moment, Kai is listening to the podcast and I'm listening to another podcast in parallel. So it's pretty silent in the car, but it also makes it easier to do long distances where there's mainly tarmac. So it's not a lot of concentration needed. We just left the tarmac and from now on it's going to be dirt roads. Hopefully it doesn't rain much and the road stays okay. We left the area where there were some villages and now we are in the middle of the bush. It's really, really dense. It really is an explosion of green. We just took a path, no idea where it's going. But we are in the middle of the forest. Well, actually it's kind of a savanna. Kai is going to do traditional method. He got it in Lake Baringo. Was abandoned because it's broken. But it's enough for us. Time to shower. Since we don't have the cup, we cannot build pressure, so we need to use the pump, the inline pump, to shower. We're just in some ice, so let's just try to finish the food and get inside the car. We are going to stay here. Kai is going to rotate the tires, which is really needed. And I'm going to edit the next video. Cooking some lunch and some lentils. Being again in the bush, in the middle of nowhere in Tanzania, was exactly what we needed. Time to eat well and enjoy nature. Let's continue going south. This part of Africa is stunning. We haven't seen such straight roads before. The color contrast between green, orange and blue is everywhere you look. This is exactly how I imagine Africa. wrap-up place.
Our last destination in Tanzania is Mbeya. It is bigger and busier than we thought. We were lucky to stop at Mawa Cafe and meet Rudy. He's a Namibian citizen living with his daughter at the moment in Mbeya.
So I'm wanting to make some modifications soon because my pedal is too high. Okay. 1 month. It was rubbish. Yeah. Rubbish. Spots here.
He showed us his Series 3, and we spent hours hearing about his travels around Africa, alone and with his family, but always with Land Rovers.
The sheets have been redone.
So usually it does well when I'm getting about so I've fixed it here, carburetor.
Okay.
It does save fuel.
We applied for Malawi visa and waited a couple of days at the mountains for the approval, which never arrived, but more to that in the next episode. Until then, enjoy the ride.